Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine Ball.
And Jennifer Denny.
And this morning, we're going to have another live small biz chat, and we're going to talk about Brandzooka.
Yay. This is my new favorite ad platform, I have to say.
Okay. I always thought I was the queen of new toys, but I'm totally handing you that crown. Brandzooka. For those of us who are not living on the bleeding edge of digital advertising, what is it?
Exactly. That's the only reason I know this is because I'm obsessed with ads. So Brandzooka is, I'm going to try to simplify it, but it's basically the fancy term we use is programmatic advertising. So, what does that mean? It basically gives you access to over 30 plus ad networks. And wow. Some of you might be like, oh, I didn't even know those existed. There's just Facebook and Google, right? No. There are tons of ad exchanges or ad networks, and simplify that, like there's millions of places on the internet and they're all selling ads. This allows you to get to the 30 biggest ad networks that is out there and get your brand message in front of those people.
So obviously some businesses that makes more sense for than others. These bigger platforms, what are some of the platforms and maybe I might be familiar with and didn't realize that I could afford to buy advertising there?
Well, actually, you can afford. Let's just start there. You can go as little as $250 in the Brandzooka platform.
Wow.
Okay, so you can't.
That's very so you can afford it. But then,
yes. So
if I go to the Brandzooka platform, where will my ads really be?
So obviously, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all those are in there. But we're also talking about Yahoo, OpenX, Rubicon. We're talking about PubMatrix, Daily Motion, Triple Lift. And I know people are like, well, what are those? Like, it's not like Facebook and Google where they have this, place that you go to. You're going to websites all over the internet, and the internet makes money off of allowing ads to be placed on highly, visible websites. Like, let's just take Search Engine Journal. You don't go and call up Search Engine Journal and say, hey, I'd like to buy an ad on your, that's not how it works. They actually go through an ad exchange and say, hey, we have all this inventory available and all this targeting. This is how much it costs. Well, these ad exchanges make it possible for small business owners. And we can talk about targeting because it is affordable.
Okay, so basically what you're doing is with these ad exchanges, it's like working with a media buying company. You have a commercial, you take it to your commercial to them, and you're like, I want to be on television. And they're like, okay, so we can get you because we have relationships with the Home Shopping Network and ESPN and here and here and here. And so you're like, well, some of those sound good, but I don't think I fit on the remodeling channel. I think I want to be on the sports channel because my customers look like this or this. And you're saying you can target like that with Brandzooka.
Yes. And you also just mentioned, and I'm not sure you realized it, but there's connected TV. So we all have smart TVs, right? So what you just mentioned, if I want to be on HGTV, I can. There's also the web portion of it, so on an actual website. So that's two different places. And then let's talk about the third thing, just the targeting that is available. So your typical advertisement that you're probably used to in Facebook, even with Google display ads or something like that, is all of this audience type targeting. So you can target by categories. So I want to show up in arts and entertainment. No, I just want to show up with news sites. You can do that. You can target by business and industry. So think about like LinkedIn ads, that the big appeal there is that I can target by a certain company size, certain company sales, age, what have you. You can target by the good old demographics, male, female, marital status, education, all those little things. You can target by somebody's interest, kind of the same thing as categories, but a little bit different. I'm interested in autos. I'm interested in DIY, hundreds and hundreds of interest categories. I can target by lifestyle. So I'm a luxury living person. I'm a healthy living person. I like hobbies and DIY, yada, yada. Online activity. So I like to browse. I like to be on social media. I like to be on blogs. Then location. I can go all the way down to I just want to show up in 46164 zip code to show me to the entire world.
Wow. Okay. So that, because a lot of the mass media and media buying, you can do all of those things, but you can't do the geographic overlay. And that's, in this day and age, privacy, forget it. We've had conversations about that, but that information about who you are and what you like and what you're interested in,
Yeah.
really is all available to advertisers. I just got a new computer and it was so interesting because one of the things that I had to check off is, well, what kind of things are you interested in? And I'm like, none of your damn business. And then it said so. But then the computer said to me, look, you're going to see ads. Mm-hmm. Checking this box does not mean you're not going to see ads. Mm-hmm. The only difference is if you tell us, we'll show you ads that are more relevant. We're going to show you ads. You're going to get that.
How the internet works.
So yeah, I answered the question because I'm like, don't waste my time. I don't want to see what I don't want to see.
So here's something that's even better about Brandzooka. This is information picked up from first-party data. Real simple terms, they own the data. It's not off a cookie, so we're not going to run into this where I'm opting out on certain browsers and what have you. They already have the information on you guys. It already exists.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So, but I mean, as a business owner looking to make decisions about advertising and being able to say, I'd like to do connected TV. I'd love to be on the Home Shopping Network, but really, I don't care if somebody in California sees my ad. You're not paying for that. You're only paying to be streamed to televisions that are connected to the internet inside your geographic. That's really fascinating.
Yeah, yeah. And so, because they have such they have a web portion and they also have a, connected TV portion. Yeah, obviously with the connected TV, you need a 15-second to 30-second commercial. Mm-hmm. You need that. And there's plenty of places to get that and get that affordable. We do that. And then there is, just the display ads. So if you're don't have the budget maybe to do that, you can just create display ads, which of course we can do that too. And then, it's good old marketing, getting your branding message out there.
And one thing I'm going to say is, if this is advertising is not an amateur's game. You can spend a lot of money badly, but this is a place where if you're ready to do this, you need to be talking to a professional. But there is something you can do before you hire the professional, and that is figure out who your customer is.
Didn't we just talk about this a couple of weeks ago, like with business owners, about understanding who you're trying to target?
Yeah. It's something I talk about, all the time. And it really is important to figure out who your customer is, because the more you know when you go to a platform like Brandzooka that's got so many choices.
Yeah. Yeah. And, people might just be like, well, I don't know. I don't even know where to start. And so, one of the best places to start is with your Google Analytics. The data is there. If you're not using Google Analytics, it's the most underused free tool that is out there. They give you a lot of demographic information just inside of there, and you need to be collecting the data on all of this. And all of that takes time, data over time.
So I'm going to tell people that if you're ready to step up and spend some money on advertising, if you're interested in a platform like Brandzooka, the people you need to be talking to are at elevatedmarketing.solutions. Jennifer and her team can help you out.
And if you want to just learn more about how you can do marketing yourself, then you should visit the digital toolbox so that you can learn how to do it yourself, because not everybody can afford an agency.
Got to start somewhere.
Yep.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye now.